Welcome back. Well, as you know, there's all different kinds of insurance. Sometimes insurance can be somewhat complicated, even read like a foreign language for many of us. So this morning, North Dakota Insurance Commissioner John Gottfried has joined us to talk about kind of what you guys can do for consumers overall. We hear a lot about health insurance, but there's a lot more that you guys do. So what are some of those things?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're a consumer protection agency. That's our primary focus, and that's what we do. And so it's all lines of insurance. It's health, it's life, it's auto insurance, it's your homeowner's insurance. You know, basically any line of insurance you can think of, we're there to help you on. And we've got a consumer assistance staff that is ready and waiting to take your phone calls and give us a call if you've got questions reading your policy. If something doesn't make sense, like, well, what does this mean? Put this into English for me. We can do that. If your company isn't paying the way you think it should, you can give us a call and we can either negotiate with the company or sometimes what we do is we also spend time informing the consumer, like, no, it's actually in the policy and this is the way it was, and that's why it's always very important to read your policy and understand it before you sign up for it. But it's a service we provide. It's mainly what we do. We regulate the insurance industry, but we're also a consumer protection agency, and that's one of our primary focuses. And not a lot of people know we exist.
So, so give me some examples of how you help, because you always hear these just horror stories. People are like, I thought I was insured, I had this done, I've been paying this money, then X happened, and my insurance company said, well, if you read that little fine print.
Well, usually it comes down to after like a hailstorm or something like that. Well, I thought, my roof was damaged, they're going to come in and pay to repair my roof or replace my roof. And there's a difference between replacement cost and actual cash value. So your roof is maybe 8 years old, it's not going to be worth what your new roof would be. And so they'll replace it to get it kind of back to whole, and that may be in the policy. And so navigating some of that stuff, or it's also if your company isn't getting back to you timely, you filed a claim and you're waiting to repair your car, your house, or whatever, and you're just not seeing that response, give us a call. And what we usually see is folks will call an attorney at that point and be like, I need to call and go after this insurance company. A good attorney will usually call us, and then we'll do that work too on behalf of the client. And so our main message is call us first. I'm an attorney and I don't want to take business away from...
Because you're not going to charge me, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's a service that we've all paid for. We're funded by government dollars and tax dollars, so it's a free, essentially, service. I mean, you've already paid for it, so why not use it?
So one of the big things you hear about, obviously, is flood insurance around here. So that as well, call you up and...
We can help on the flood insurance side. Obviously there's two lines that are primarily regulated by the federal government. It's flood and health, and I like to say there's no coincidence that's why we've got the main issues there. But we can definitely help navigate that, Medicare included. So really anything, we can be the first line to help kind of get you into that process. When you call the Medicare, the federal government operation, it's generally a pretty tough to navigate. We can walk you through to make sure you're asking the right questions and kind of speed that process through. So again, from top to bottom, we provide a lot of help for folks who know we exist, and that's kind of what we're out here trying to do, is say, okay, we're out here, this is what we do, and we need to be in front of the public more.
Can you lower my premiums? I'm just kidding.
I'm doing my best.
What's the biggest issue that you typically see?
Well, it's generally surrounding healthcare. I mean, generally that's usually the type of insurance that people use more often, right? And so it's usually healthcare coverage, and is this going to be covered, or are they overcharging for this, or how do I navigate some of this stuff, and do I need a prior authorization and all this different things? But usually insurance is one of those things that you don't think about until you need it. You don't think about it until you have that hailstorm, until you have that car accident, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh God, something's not going right. That's where you give us a call.
Let me ask you this, because you said, hey, Chris, you should really read your policy before you sign up, which sounds great, but I would bet probably 1% of the people do.
Exactly.
Is it similar? I could take my policy, send it to you guys, let you go through it with me, and then...
Yeah, we can definitely help you walk through that, and at least highlight what's, make sure what you're looking for, because I got a whole group of people who sit in the back, and their job is to read insurance contracts. Every insurance contract that comes in North Dakota, has been through their eyes, and so thank God they're there. But they can definitely help you with that.
Thank you so much for being here. We
Thanks,
appreciate it. All right, North Dakota Insurance Firm, you can check them out online. Again, great resource to have if you have any questions. So stay with us.